Hello, thank you for coming back to my channel. So in this video we'll continue the integration test. So yeah, I dig deeper and I did some debugging, and I realized what the problem was is because I made a lot of changes at the back end on how I get my response. So if a user logs in, this is the response that we get, and before it wasn't like this, it was straightforward. Now we have to get through to this node to get to the username node, and the way that I was deserializing it was wrong, and that's why it's not that something was wrong, it's just the way it was. Okay, so to use let me see, to use so to extract the, so first of all, I think we've come to the, let's go back to extract the username from the response. We are using the object mapper, and this is what we use to deserialize the data from JSON string into Java objects. So this is, and we use it to also serialize JSON from Java objects. So here we capturing the response data that we sent after we done the registration, the response data that we pass on here, we are going to deserialize it. So we have to make sure that we use an object mapper before we pass it on to JSON node. And JSON node is used to make sure that we can extract what we want to extract out. So a JSON node is part of the JSON library and is used to represent JSON data in Java. So we can manipulate what we need in from it. We can get what we need out of it. So the way to fix the problem is to go through the data first. So before I wasn't going through the data first, so we capture it from the object wrapper, yeah, object mapper, into a JSON node, and then we then take the that will give us the root of the whole thing, right? And then we then take this out of the root. We take this node out of the root and install it into here. Okay, that's why we call it, I'm calling this data node because this is called data, right? And then we just checking it that it's not a null, and then we then want to extract the JSON, the username from that JSON node, install it into this variable, which is another node, and that's when at that point we return. And then if things don't happen and things don't work, we return all these stuff to the user. Now that problem is solved. The next problem is the login. So the login is more or less the same kind of stuff here, and the login is this one that I was showing. So what was the other one? Registration, yeah, this is what we were talking about with the registration. So we got the data node and then the username. We want to extract this username, right? The same thing with the the user login. So we got this and we want to extract this node. So in order to extract this node, which is inside here, we need to go through here, and we may have to go through that one as well, isn't it? So we got, no, because we got user and then we go user ID. So 1, 2, let's see this one. Let's check this one comes straight under here, so this one is a little bit further down. So we need 2 more nodes. Okay, so we need 2 more nodes, and it's going to be more or less the same as this one. So let's go into the login, and if we can get into the, let's go back here, and then this is the login that we are passing into. So we want to go to here and then fix that problem there. Are we going here? Login? No, that's not where we want to go to. Yeah, when we log in here, we are also going through some extractions, which is here. We extract the token from here, isn't it? Yeah. So this is where the problem is happening. So you say login is a failure because this is where it's coming from. You want to make sure that when we log in with the user password that we created and the username that we have extracted, we fix that problem now. We want to make sure that this is not a null. Yeah, this info is not null. At the moment it says it's a null. It looks like we have to go through 3 steps. A little bit less than this one, a little bit less than this one, a little bit more than this one actually, because this one we are going through this one, this node, right? And then we are checking, and then we go through that node, right? So this extract, I think it might be somewhere else down here. Yeah, so we can actually copy and paste if we want to. Okay, that's the token. We can't go straight to the token, so we got the ObjectMapper and then we got the root. Yeah, so let's just copy this one, and then we get out, and then we can actually check if it's a null and stuff like that. We want the data first from the root, and we store it as root, and then we say, hey, are you this, are you this one? This, change this one into, excuse me, data, and change this one into data as well. Okay, so that we are looking at this one. We are looking at that is not a null, and then we say if it's not a null, then do this, then and do this. We want this one to come into here, because this is that if, and then okay, that will come to somewhere here, right? If we could now do this one, so we got the data and we can't do this one yet. We want another one of this. Yeah, so what would that be? That will come here, and then that would also have to end somewhere. So we want user from that one, and if we go back to where we were, we cannot go back there, we go here. So this one, this first one is for the data, this second one is user, and we want to say user data, user data, and then we have to end that particular if statement correctly. So we say user, if the user is not a null, then take the JSON, then and this if statement, and this if statement ends here, that one ends there, this, there should be another one here. Right, there's an error somewhere. Okay, I will sort it out. This one ends there, this one ends there for that one, this one will end somewhere. So what are you saying? The return statement somewhere. Okay, so now I think we are fixed. I think let's hope this will work. Just double check. We take the data from the root first, data from the root, which is coming from the root object wrapper as the root of the node, the first node, and then we take the root, and then we take that one, and then we take user, and then we take token, user, token, user, token. So we've got data, user, and then the token. Is that right? Oh, token doesn't come from user, does it? Token doesn't come from user. Token comes from data. Go back. So we don't need user, I believe. Yeah, we don't need user. We can get rid of that and get rid of this one and take one of this off. Okay, and I think we are good to go. Let's see, where are we now? Now the server is running at the same time, so, but that's fine. testContainers knows what he's doing. Something is wrong still, and we almost know what it is. If not, I have to fix this away, but you get the idea. That is the serialization and the node that we're trying to get the data from, and if you don't do it correctly, and this is why this is happening, right? And we fix some of them. So I'm reading, yeah, it still say this is a no. It could be that I'm not getting, it could be that the token is, I'm not reading the token properly. So this and that one, let's see, this ends that one, and this ends what? This ends user. You see, so the token is outside the user, but data, but the token is inside data, right? So what is your problem? Okay, so I'm gonna have to fix this outside because it still says it's a no when it's supposed to be, it's not supposed to be a no. Is it because it cannot be that the registration is wrong, because we are extracting this correctly? And let's go back here. So we got login, put something here isn't right, is it? It doesn't like it. So we put this together into a link map, and then we pass it on as a body. Right, so what is your problem? Sorry, I'm just moving away from what it's supposed to be. Can't figure out what the problem is. So it's a no, and it's pointing out to this one, says this is still a no, and it could be I'm not doing this deserialization right. So I'll come off this and do it again. Okay, all right, then I'm going to end the video here because anymore, and it will prolong the video. And see you in the next one. Thank you for coming back to my channel.